Welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube. So, what's the latest? Well, the last time I spoke to you, it was about the sort of guy that wants to cut down some of the positive groups of pages about anything related to the Snyder universe. And he was going about it in an extreme way. And thankfully, some of the DC groups out there, like DC Expanded Universe and stuff like that, groups, they all banded together with us and shared the posts, shared the YouTube. And that's what I like. I like the fact that there are DC groups out there that don't see each other as a competition and would rather team up with other groups and pass that sort of news around. So thanks very much for those groups and people that have shared the news. Okay, I'm sure it's DC Expanded Universe official group and stuff like that I know of. Those lines that first of all came to me and showed us that they shared that news. And for anybody else out there, please, Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope and any sort of DC group out there that's against these sort of hackers, we should all unite and protect each other from these so-called it's funny I'm saying that, these so-called DC extremists. Just doesn't make sense. Also in the news, we just had a Wonder Woman review, Wonder Woman last trailer. I thought it was good. I didn't bother doing a reaction to it. It was late at night, and my main objective was to get it onto the Facebook page and load it up. I watched it and I was a wee bit nervous. Were they going to reveal anything? And they didn't really. They just highlighted Dr. Poison, that character. They also heightened the coming of age Diana and her training. They also highlighted how she got onto the church building or something that she jumps through. It was just little wee touches and how she's climbing up and she's getting her suit, I believe, how she's getting her shield and her sword. And again, it was showing you clips from various other trailers. And I thought, just showed you maybe a millisecond of each scene that you'd seen previously, and I thought that was brilliant. They added a music, a catchy tune that seems to be popular. They did that with just, I'm going to be wrong here, but for me, nothing sticks out more than Suicide Squad trailer with the catchy tune. Since then, they added it on to things like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff. Now, I know Guardians of the Galaxy might have been the first one to use it in the trailers. Oh, hooked on a feeling. So, forgive me if I'm wrong there, but for me, it comes as a trend now, and I hope they stick to that. Just sorry the fact that some of the tunes that they use in the trailers aren't in the soundtrack when you go and buy it, because you always associate that tune with the trailer. So yeah, not a big thumbs up. I hope DC carries on the tradition. It explained a wee bit of the story and who they are, and I liked there was another wee TV spot where it says Metropolis has Superman, Gotham has Batman, and the world has Wonder Woman. And yep, I do believe if they carry that on to Justice League, it's going to be good. No spoilers, no nothing. No Superman, please. No Superman. We know he's in there. We know he's there. We had a birthday. It was Henry Cavill's birthday recently, and he thanked everybody for the wishes, and there was a picture taken with him in his suit standing beside Zack Snyder, so we know that he's there. Also, latest, yep, there's again feminists. I can't stand blooming feminists. Now, I'm all up for the women equal rights policy and the voting and stuff like that, but when it comes to arguing against Wonder Woman, I just feel that they're clutching at straws. They argued with her with the shape of Wonder Woman, and what I don't actually think feminists know what the ideal shape for Wonder Woman is. Should it be muscular? Should it be feminine? Should it be fatty? Should it be... But this, feminists, please know that this is Wonder Woman who has took it upon herself to train, to exercise and whatever, and to look the way she is. The ultimate sort of pinnacle of what women can be. Are you trying to say Batman and Superman is what men should be like, with a muscular chest? No. So they also complained, then they went on to complain about the armpits, right? Also done a video about the armpits, right? And then again they've come back and they've, oh look, she shaded it in or whatever, right? So that was a policy, and now they're trying to find something else. After getting Wonder Woman down from being the ambassador, the armpits and everything, they're now attacking her because she's on protein bars. Protein bars that are meant to be good for you. Now, they're also quite, they also kind of fill you up as well. It's not something I'm into, protein bars. It doesn't matter who's on it. There could be a half-naked girl, a half-naked, whatever. Still won't buy it. It's not my cup of tea. But they complain. But it's what helps. It gives them that sort of. Now, but she's also on like McDonald's. There'll probably be a McDonald's Happy Meal with Wonder Woman on it. So and there's sweeties and ginger and Dr Pepper and stuff that's bad for you. So she's on the bad things for you, and now she's on what's supposed to be the good things for you. So please, feminists, get a life. Right? Don't join that terrorist guy under the stairs and start moaning about everything, because you don't have a leg to stand on, I'm afraid. You're contradicting yourself constantly. What else in the news? There's also talks about Ben Affleck exercising and training for the Batman movie. So, yeah, right, so that sort of kicks any sort of rumour that Ben Affleck is not interested in making another Batman movie. No, he wants to keep his body trim, proper and stuff. And so that, again, nails that thing in the bud. Aquaman has started filming. Yes, okay, so that's in production now. A lot of people are worrying because that's the only film that we have next year. But I wouldn't worry too much because there's still a lot of films in the early production. We've just seen news about Justice League Dark. Now that is a thing we've not heard too much of. Gail Tormo or whatever is the director's name, the guy that made Pan's Labyrinth. It was first hinted that he was going to make that. Then it went quiet, then the animated movie came out. But there is now still talks about it being a film, and it's going to be a sort of a cheaper film to make, or something along those lines with the words. So yeah, I mean, that's on the go. Suicide Squad 2 is on the go. So there is going to be maybe a year, maybe not next year, but maybe the year after, where you'll have tons of things go. You might even have The Flash. There is... You may have 4 or 5 films in 2 years' time. So, instead of just 2. So that is still a positive thing, if you think about it along those lines. Yeah, they're prepping it next year. They're prepping all these films next year. And they're trying to make sure that everything's up to their sort of vision. So, yeah, it's... what else is on the news? Justice League... okay, now I'm going to go back to the terrorist video, and I apologise for those people that commented on it. There was a person that commented on it, and he seems there's certain people out there that claim that he is a certain thing in society, you know, and they're claiming that he's, I don't want to say on YouTube, but he's claiming that in a way he's a criminal, basically, and he shouldn't be commenting on it. And to be honest, the way I deleted that, or the way, and people was telling me I should ban this person, and to be honest, I don't ban people. Now this person we're talking about, I had him for an editor on the page, but then I did find out he was sort of biased towards something about DC, and he was very argumentative and he shouted, and so some of the stuff that you mentioned in the comments the last time were true, and I had to defriend him. But the only but he still makes videos, and people are claiming that he's not a DC and he's fake and everything else. And I can only, for me, I would rather he's commented on, if you were ever going to make a comment on the stuff that I'm talking about, and ignore anybody else's comments, because majority of the time the comments are going to be either directed towards me in a bad way, or they're going to be agreeing or disagreeing to what the topic is. But the minute you start talking in the comments about somebody else's character, somebody else who's wrote in and stuff, then it just becomes a different matter, and you're making other people that have watched the video forget what I was trying to put across. I'm not trying to say just listen to me and me only, but there are different age groups that watch these videos, and young and, you know, and old and stuff like that. And I would rather they not read some of the stuff. Now I know this is YouTube, I know there's an age limit and stuff, but I know, it's the same as I know there's young people out there that watch R-rated films or 18 certificate films. I would, and I know I maybe see a couple of naughty things here and there, but I also try to keep it to a minimum. Try to keep things which I know young boys and girls already know or get the gist of. But I'd rather, if they were ever going to make a comment about somebody that they read it and they don't pick up on it. You know, if a young one's to read some of the comments and they see a person getting harassed and or accused of certain things that they might think themselves it's okay to do, and I want to try and avoid that, and that's why I sort of delete some messages. So please, if you're angry, which I know some of the comments are because I didn't do what you wanted me to do, please direct them to me. I will read them, I will get your point, and then if it's very aggressive, I will delete. I'm sorry if I'm going to lose some subscribers. I know I may sound like a hypocrite because I talked about a terrorist, the guy that's hacking, but I'm not going to, but that was that subject, that was what he wrote down himself. I was just reacting to what he wrote, just like I would react to what you would write, but I wouldn't I wouldn't start a group or trying to get other people, and I could, you know, that's me sounding hypocritical again, but I'm just making people aware of what's out there about a certain guy and about groups. It wasn't anything to do about what he does in his day-to-day life. It's about his actions towards a Facebook group. It's not exactly life-changing. It's just making people aware that there are hackers out there and they could thing with your page. But it's nothing really, you know, I may have called him a sad geek, I may have called him a Nazi, I may have called him a... But I try not to get too sort of, you know, if he came to this YouTube channel and he made a remark, I would talk to him at first, but if he got very abusive comments down below, then yeah, I would delete and ban. You know, I've got a thing about bullying, and okay, you may say he's a bully or he's worse than that or something like that, but let's be better. Let's show an example, okay, of what we can be towards each other. and there was a film called The Woodsman called Kevin Bacon that gave you some sort of insight and stuff. I'm not saying how you should react or whatnot, but let's put yourself in your own shoes and each other person's shoes, and maybe there's an explanation why people do things in certain ways or whatever. But unless this person is convicted or of any sort of crime, or been found out, or the person's harmed somebody in that way, then, you know, let's not cast stones just now. And if I'm not your cup of tea, if you're not believing or liking what I'm saying just now, then I am sorry. Please dislike me, please don't follow me, and let's just get back onto more serious topics like DC and positive stuff. And let's not just pick fights with everybody that comments. Please, just, if you're going to leave a comment, just direct it to me, and forget what anybody else comments below, even if they disagree with you or not. Okay, I'm the guy you throw abuse to or compliment to. I hope you can understand. It's just the way I want to deal with the YouTube channel. You know, I just want to come on and listen to your views about stuff that I am talking about, and not stuff about characters who make a comment. If somebody I find is abusive to somebody in the comments, I will delete or ban. And as I said before, I don't care if I've only got 10 viewers or 10 subscribers. I'm just going to treat this as my Facebook page and just get rid of it. And I want you all to stay. I do. I'm starting to know you all gradually. I'm starting to read all your comments, and I'm starting to get to know you. I'm starting to like some of you already. So please hang in there with us. Please, let's be good to one another, and even if the person is bad, let's just show we can be better. Okay, thanks very much. It's not long now for Wonder Woman, so be positive out there. Thanks very much.